Sin City, both as a graphic novel series and in its film adaptations, is a quintessential dark universe built upon the aesthetic, moral, and thematic DNA of classic noir. But it doesn't just echo noir, it amplifies it, distorts it, and pushes it into mythic, grotesque dimensions. Basin City, or Sin City, is a moral wasteland. Corruption isn't just present, it's systemic. The police are bought, the politicians are predators, and the clergy are deviant. This echoes classic noir's obsession with institutional rot, but Sin City turns it into an ecosystem. Only the most brutal survive, and virtue is an invitation to be preyed upon. The city enforces its own law, power and violence. Much like the LA of Double Indemnity or the unnamed towns of Jim Thompson novels, it's a place where hope comes to die. The protagonists of Sin City are noir anti-heroes. They're bruised knights in a hopeless world. Marv, a brutal, disfigured brute who becomes a holy avenger, fighting for a dead woman he barely knew. He's a classic noir figure, emotionally driven, self-destructive, yet with an unshakable personal code. Dwight McCarthy, the cynical, tormented anti-hero of A Dame to Kill For, is seduced back into darkness by the ultimate femme fatale. He's sharp, bitter, drowning in guilt. John Hartigan, an aging cop clinging to one last scrap of integrity. His storyline in Sin City is perhaps the most tragic. He sacrifices everything for innocence in a city that consumes it like a drug. Sin City's women are pure noir, lethal, seductive, often tragic. They weaponize beauty and mystery in a world that commodifies both. Ava Lord, the ultimate Black Widow. She's every noir nightmare of female power, beautiful, manipulative, and deadly. Nancy Callahan, the tragic striptease of innocence. Hypersexualized yet emotionally scarred, she becomes a symbol of corrupted purity. Gail, a sex worker who defends her turf with blood and bullets. Sin City is less a noir story than a noir universe. A fever dream of corruption, betrayal, and grim heroism. It's noir's nightmare version of itself, where the shadows stretch longer, the blood flows blacker, and no one ever really walks away clean. The world of the Third Man is a hauntingly decayed post-war Vienna, divided and occupied by Allied powers, where shadows stretch longer than trust, and morality has collapsed into survivalism. It's a noir universe shaped by ruin. Into this city drifts Holly Martins, an American pulp novelist, idealistic and out of his depth. He arrives to visit his old friend Harry Lime, only to find him dead, until whispers suggest otherwise. What follows is a descent through lies, betrayals, and the corruption of innocence. Harry Lime, portrayed by Orson Welles, embodies the noir anti-hero, charming, elusive, and utterly amoral. Yet he's magnetic, even sympathetic, casting a long and seductive shadow over the narrative. In The Third Man, noir is not just a style, it's a world view. Cynicism reigns, law is compromised, romance is tainted, and justice, if it comes, is cold and incomplete. The noir universe of Nightmare Alley is a twisted world of illusion, desperation, and psychological darkness, set against the backdrop of carnivals, seedy nightclubs, and shadowy urban spaces. Unlike typical crime-centered noir, this film explores the dark carnival of the human soul, where conmen, drifters, and lost souls hustle for survival, and the line between manipulation and madness blurs. Stanton Carlyle is a classic noir anti-hero. Starting as a carnival barker, he learns the tricks of mentalism and reinvents himself as a high-society psychic, climbing the social ladder through deceit. But his rise is built on lies, and the higher he climbs, the farther he has to fall. Dr. Lilith Ritter, the true femme fatale, cold, calculating, and brilliant. Lilith turns Stan's cons back on him, exposing the universe's ultimate truth. No one is in control, and everyone's running a game, until the game runs them. In Nightmare Alley, Noir is psychological horror masked as melodrama. Its universe is unforgiving, ruled by manipulation, moral decay, and the crushing weight of destiny. The noir universe of L.A. Confidential is a meticulously crafted world of Los Angeles in the early 1950s. It's a landscape of moral decay, systemic abuse, and blurred lines between law and crime. In this world, power is currency, image is everything, and the truth is a dangerous thing to uncover. The film's trio of protagonists, Ed Exley, Bud White, and Jack Vincennes, each represent fractured ideals. Exley is a by-the-book officer seduced by ambition. White is a brutal enforcer driven by a personal code of protecting women. Vincennes is a media-savvy cop who trades busts for tabloid exposure. The city is also populated by noir archetypes, femme fatale, like Lynn Bracken, who is both victim and illusion. Ultimately, L.A. Confidential's noir universe is one where idealism is punished, truth is buried beneath scandals, and redemption, if it comes at all, is bloody, uncertain, and hard-won. The noir universe of Blade Runner is a dystopian, rain-soaked future Los Angeles in the year 2019, steeped in shadow, decay, and moral ambiguity. It fuses noir aesthetics, hard-boiled narration, femme fatale, with cyberpunk and science fiction. The city is choked with pollution, neon glow, perpetual night, and the overwhelming presence of mega-corporations that dominate all aspects of life. In this world, human identity is blurred with artificial life. The central noir protagonist, Rick Deckard, is a weary, emotionally detached ex-cop known as a Blade Runner, tasked with hunting down rogue bioengineered beings called replicants. Like traditional noir detectives, Deckard is haunted, alienated, and struggling to distinguish right from wrong in a morally corroded society. The universe reflects classic noir themes: existential dread, loss of humanity, the illusion of choice, and the impossibility of redemption. The femme fatale is reimagined in Rachel, a replicant who believes she is human, casting doubt on what it means to be real. Ultimately, Blade Runner is noir on a cosmic scale, a meditation on mortality, identity, and what it means to have a soul in a mechanized, indifferent world. The noir universe of Taxi Driver is a grim, hallucinatory vision of 1970s New York City, a decaying urban nightmare drenched in filth, neon, and moral rot. It is noir stripped of glamour, where the rain never cleanses and the city's corruption is inescapable. The streets are filled with pimps, addicts, loners, and lost souls, all observed from the isolated vantage point of a yellow cab. At the center is Travis Bickle, a Vietnam veteran turned insomniac cabbie who drifts through the city like a ghost. He is a classic noir anti-hero, alienated, morally adrift, and driven by an inner monologue that reveals more instability than clarity. The femme fatale are split. One is a political campaign worker too clean for his world, the other a child prostitute too damaged by it. Taxi Driver's noir universe is psychological as much as physical. The shadows are internal, the danger existential. This is noir at its bleakest, a world where the line between savior and psychopath dissolves, and where the city doesn't just ruin men, it breeds them. The noir universe of The Killer Inside Me is a bleak and psychologically disturbing world set in a small 1950s Texas town, steeped in duplicity, violence, and moral rot. This is noir inverted. Instead of a detective trying to bring order to chaos, we follow Lou Ford, the local deputy sheriff, who is the chaos. Ford is the chilling embodiment of the noir anti-hero taken to an extreme. Polite, soft-spoken, and outwardly dull, but concealing a violent, sadistic psychopath. The tension grows not from solving crimes, but from watching Ford manipulate, brutalize, and destroy those around him while maintaining a facade of normalcy. Women in this universe suffer especially under Ford's brutality. Used, controlled, and discarded, they highlight noir's fatalistic view of human relationships. Unlike classic noirs that flirt with ambiguity, the killer inside me stares unflinchingly into the abyss. It presents a noir universe reduced to raw psychological horror and moral collapse. There are no heroes here, only the killer inside, waiting to emerge. The Red Riding trilogy, adapted from David Peace's Red Riding Quartet novels, presents a grim, oppressive noir universe rooted in the decaying moral fabric of 1970s and 1980s northern England, primarily West Yorkshire. The trilogy, 1974, 1980, and 1983, paints a bleak landscape where corruption, brutality, and institutional rot infest every level of society. In the end, the Red Riding universe is quintessentially noir. The villains wear uniforms and ties, the heroes wear scars, and the truth is a coffin waiting to be nailed shut. That wraps up Noir's Darkest Universes Explained. We hope you enjoyed watching. Please like and subscribe.